Today, June 21st, 2024, the following Chinese government organization, the Supreme Court of China, Ministry of Public Security, Ministry of State Security, and Ministry of Justice, released the following joint statement. I condensed the statement for my audience. This is what they say, okay? To lawfully punish stubborn Taiwan independence elements for crimes of dividing the state. Those who, with the aim of separating Taiwan from China, organize, plan, or implement any of the following actions shall be convinced and punished for the crime of dividing the state. Number 1, initiating Taiwan independence. Number 2, attempting to change the legal status of Taiwan as part of China. Number 3, seeking to create two China, or one China, one Taiwan, or Taiwan independence. Number 4, using their authorities to massively distort or falsify the fact that Taiwan is part of China, including history, news media, education. This includes groups and individuals. Number 5, engaging in other actions aimed at separating Taiwan from China. And then the statement went into details explaining each of those categories. There are two major highlights I want to put out here. Principal offenders or those committing major crimes shall be sentenced to life imprisonment or fixed terms imprisonment of not less than 10 years, with the death penalty applicable for those causing particularly severe harm to the state and the people. Those who colluded with foreign or overseas institutes, organizations, or individuals in committing actions towards Taiwan independence shall be punished more severely in accordance with the criminal law. This shall take effect from the day of publication, which is today. Effect immediately. I put up a full translation on my Patreon page for anyone who wants to check it out. To analyze this joint statement, I'm going to introduce you guys to this guy, Julian Guo. He's a politician from Taiwan, graduated from Yale. He was actually a member of DDP, which is the same party of the current Taiwan President Lai. He was removed from the party because he constantly criticized the decision and direction the party is going last year. And today, he's a very popular political commentator in Taiwan. I'm going to highlight a few points he made, okay? This joint statement released today is hundreds of times more severe than anything Chinese government released previously regarding Taiwan. Second, this shows that Chinese government has basically given up on the current leadership of Taiwan, the ruling party of DDP. And the Chinese government is not looking for dialogue with the current Taiwanese government. In addition, there's a chance that Chinese government will apply this new legislation to the entire DDP party members, which is a lot of people. Number 3, furthermore, is this only limited to the personnel that enters mainland China or personnel that travel abroad as well to some China-friendly countries? There are many gray areas. So if a member of pro-Taiwan DDP members travel with his or her family to Thailand for vacation, for example, will China request the arrest and extradition of such individual to China? If that's the case, many Taiwan DDP or pro-independent individuals need to be very careful from now on. Theoretically speaking, there should be a full list of individuals in which Chinese government consider them to be separatists, in which these legislation apply to, but there's still a lot of uncertainty because many Taiwan businessmen who are very vocal about Taiwan independence, they run business operation in China and in Southeast Asian countries as well. Final point. It depends how serious China is planning to enforce such regulation And he recommended that DDP party members, personalized party member, basically, not to travel to places such as Vietnam or Thailand or Malaysia. The threat is real. I want to give you guys my own take on this news. Yes, this is a huge deal because from the look of it, the Chinese government is being very serious about it. And probably this is just a part of the actions that China government will take in the coming weeks and months, okay? China is Taiwan's biggest trading partner and a very profitable one as well. Many Taiwan businesses have factories in China. Chinese government might pressure those businesses to declare the position on the One China policy before allowing them to continue to do business in China. Those Taiwan business and enterprises who funded the DDP party might risk their property being confiscated in China. Factories, bank accounts, for example. And Mr. Guo is right about these pro-Taiwan independent individuals. They need to be extra careful from now on traveling to Southeast Asian countries, especially because they have pretty good relationship with China. And China might pressure Southeast Asian countries to extradite these separatists back to China for trial. And this has been done before, by the way, to Xinjiang Uyghur separatists. And just think about this, okay? To make the situation worse, the US in that case will also put pressure on those countries not to extradite the Taiwanese to China and might place sanction on those countries who comply with Chinese requests. You know, violation of human rights and not supporting democracy and all those things. And if, just if, okay, the person who got extradited to China actually got the death penalty. Now, that's gonna make the relationship even worse in that case. So, if you are a third-party country, what will you do? I mean, let me know in the comment section. China is your biggest trading partner, and will you risk the relationship with China for just a few Taiwanese in that case? And if you do, then you also risk getting sanctioned by the United States. What is the best option then? Just refuse to let them into your country, I guess? Let me know. So yes, the most depressing thing about this is that the Chinese government is really giving up on negotiation. And, you know, this entire statement is also aimed directly at the DDP member, the leaderships, and especially President Lai. Those are the core group of people that is pro-Taiwan independence. So, I mean, death penalty. Does it sound like China still want to negotiate? Is this also to set up the stage for future military actions? Well, we shall see.